life I've known. I've never been afraid to be alone. Hope my mama understands I'll always be a working man, 'cause I was born with a hammer in my hand. Good man's back. It takes 30 men to lay a mile of track. If the shaker holds the line, they'll be 30 miles behind me. I was born with a hammer in my hand. John Henry was a steel driving man. You could hear his hammer ring across the land. But you put us side by side, he'd have to run and hide, 'cause I was born with a hammer in my hand. Yes, I'll die with a hammer in my hand.
Troubles up and down the road, and trials all the way around. Never knew what trouble was till my darling threw me down. If I ever meet that girl again, our troubles will all be o'er. I'll steal her out away from home. We will sail for some foreign shore. Sleeping out among the pines, the hardest thing I ever tried was keeping your loving off my mind. Trials all the way around. Never knew what trouble was till my darling threw me down.
You went away and let crying. Lord, baby, how I need you here. Can't stand it now, I ain't lying. Ain't had no loving in a year. Pack up my clothes and it ain't home, babe. Hand me down my high top open shoes. I'm leaving if I have to crawl, babe. I've got the lonesome hearted blues. But now I'm coming home to cry. Pack up my clothes and that ain't home, babe. Hand me down my high top walking shoes. I'm leaving if I have to crawl, babe. I've got the lonesome hearted blues. Nashville is fine, but Houston's finer. Birmingham down low, I just can't use. I've got the lonesome hearted blues. Pack up my clothes and that ain't home, babe. Hand me down the high top walking shoes. I'm leaving if I have to crawl, babe. I've got the lonesome hearted blues.
What your brother said. My mama stood waiting by the door while Daddy, he was way off in the woods. He never saw his boy alive no more. When Clay and Ottie came to work in Cleveland, it was hard to find a job in 32. Then Ottie came down sick and Clay was helpless to stop his greatest fear from coming true. Home is all I have left in this world to hold on to. But now they've let it go and I've nothing left to show. It'll never be the same to me no more. be the home place still, but they said they'd rather sell and go to renting than leave poor Ottie in some potter's field. My daddy never owned another farm. He grew to be an old and bitter man, while Mama stares off down the gravel road. She can still see Ottie stop and wave again. Home is all I have left in this world to hold on to, but now they've let it go and I've nothing left to show. Home is all I have left in this world to hold on to, but now they've let it go and I've nothing left to show. It'll never be the same to me no more. It'll never be the same to me no more.
I am a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the state where I was born and raised. For 6 long years I've been in trouble. No pleasure here on earth I'll find. For in this world I was born to ramble. I have no friends to help me now.
Stormy waters in this life come rage around me every day. I am near the gate. No evil fate can come and tempt me off the straight and narrow way, 'cause I am near the gate. I'm near the gate that leads to glory, that narrow way I'm passing through. A band of angels stand to greet me. I am near the gate. One day this ever-changing life will change forever for us all. I am near the gate. Each of us will choose the path we're on the day that He will call. I am near the gate. I'm near the gate that leads to glory, that narrow way I'm passing through. A band of angels stand to greet me. I am near the gate. When my body lies before the multitude to gather round, I am near the gate. I'll be going to a place where angels gather all around. I am near the gate. I'm near the gate that leads to glory, that narrow way I'm passing through. A band of angels stand to greet me. I am near the gate. Early one morning with time to kill, I borrowed a rifle and sat on the hill. I saw a lone rider crossing the plain. I drew a bead on him to practice my aim. My brother's rifle went off in my hand. The shot rang out across the land. The horse had kept running, the rider was dead. I hung my head, I hung my head. I set off running away from my dream. My brother's rifle went into the stream. I kept on running to the salt land. That's where they found me, my head in my hand. The sheriff, he asked me why had I run. Then it came to me just what I had done. And all for no reason, just one piece of lead. I hung my head, I hung my head. Here in the courthouse, the whole town is there. I see the judge high up in his chair. Explain to the courtroom what went through your mind. We'll ask the jury what verdict they find. I said I felt power of death over life. I orphaned his children, I widowed his wife. I begged their forgiveness, I wish I were dead. I hung my head, I hung my head. Early one morning with time to kill, I see the gallows high up on the hill. Off in the distance, a trick of the brain. I see a lone rider crossing the plain. He's come to fetch me to see what they've done. We're out together to kingdom come. I pray for God's mercy, for soon I'll be dead. I hung my head, I hung my head. I was a young man in my prime. I was barely 23 when I caught what I thought was my loving wife with the sheriff's deputy. They tried me in Knoxville, East Central Tennessee. Life in a day, I heard them say in Brushy Mountain Penitentiary. Don't come out of the hole, don't come out of the hole. You gotta stay down in the cold dark ground and load another load of coal. Don't come out of the hole, don't come out of the hole. The state owns the rights to your body till the good Lord claims your soul. Said we need more men in the mine, so in the ground you'll go. Don't even think of running, was the first thing I was told. Cause there's a guard with a gun and orders to shoot the first man that comes out of this hole. Don't come out of the hole, don't come out of the hole. You gotta stay down in the cold dark ground and load another load of coal. Don't come out of the hole, don't come out of the hole. The state owns the rights to your body till the good Lord claims your soul. Now here I am, an old man, the end is drawing near. Let me tell you one thing and I'll make it very clear. There's nothing in this whole wide world worth the sacrifice of life. Not even the love of a jealous man for his two-timing wife. Don't come out of the hole, don't come out of the hole. You gotta stay down in the cold dark ground and load another load of coal. Don't come out of the hole, don't come out of the hole. The state owns the rights to your body till the good Lord claims your soul. Don't come out of the hole, don't come out of the hole. You gotta stay down in the cold dark ground and load another load of coal. Don't come out of the hole, don't come out of the hole. The state owns the rights to your body till the good Lord claims your soul. The state owns the rights to your body till the good Lord claims your soul. Things were going, he could say he was doing fine. Then the mine closed down and he had to leave that big house up on the ridge. Now he sleeps in a cardboard box underneath the 6th Street Bridge. And that could be you, that could be you. But for the grace of God, that could be you. She hasn't seen the man who swore he loved her for almost 13 years. After 6 long months of crying, she ran out of tears. Now all her pride has been forsaken for dreams that won't come true. She knows minimum wage won't feed her kids, so she does what she has to do. That could be you, that could be you. But for the grace of God, that could be you. the children who go to sleep hungry night after night, 'cause that could be you. That could be you. But for the grace of God, that could be you. But for the grace of God, that could be you.
Well, there's a mean wind a-blowing from the west end on down. It's got the old candy wrappers just swirling around. It's got an old hound dog looking someplace warm he ain't found, and it's sure feeling lonely in this lonely old town. Well, there's an old man a-walking with his eyes to the ground. He don't look at nobody, and he don't make a sound, except he's one shoe dropping, and then the other comes down. It's sure sounding lonely in this lonely old town. Since you can't be a woman, let alone be a wife, well, this place closing in on every inch of your life. Had to go where there's something, or you can hang a dream on. She made it more lonely now that she's gone. Well, the streets filled with empty, and the sky's filled with gray. Tail lights in the distance, someone's driving away, and you can't hardly blame them for not sticking around. It don't get more lonely, well, it's sure feeling lonely. More lonely than this lonely old town.
It was all because of you that I left my only home. Now I'm going places, finding traces of you since you've gone. I've never felt so all alone.
It wasn't you that I kissed last night. It wasn't you that I held so tight.
Sweetheart, I know the way you feel each day,
and something's just not right.
You've never heard a more lonesome sound than a teardrop falling down. When a loved one breaks the trust you make, throws it on the ground. I never dreamed you would let me down.
It wasn't you that I kissed last night. It wasn't you that I held so tight.
Sweetheart, I know the way you feel each day,
and something's just not right. It wasn't you that I kissed last night. It wasn't you that I held so tight.
Sweetheart, I know the way you feel each day,
and something's just not right.
Mother, why do I have to sleep on the ground? A pillow of straw and the dampness all around. Why do other kids mock me and put me down? Why do shepherds bring me gifts from miles around? Mother, why do I have to sleep on the ground? Daddy, why do I have to work so hard in wood? I'd like to help the world, and some people say I could. I'd heal all the sick and make the blind to see. I'd make the lame to walk and have the dumb to speak. So Daddy, why do I have to work so hard in wood? carry the cross, 'cause it's the only way save the world from loss. I'll carry your message through the best I can. It seems the stones are thrown at me